In this lesson, we're gonna see how to upgrade our Laravel project to the newest version, which is version 8. To upgrade your Laravel app is easy, but it depends on how large your application is and which Laravel version that you're using in your project. So the common way to upgrade our Laravel app is to visit Laravel official guide, choose the version you want to upgrade, go to Prolog, then go to Upgrade Guide. So in this page, we can follow the instructions from the top all the way down. The second way to upgrade your Laravel app is by creating a fresh new Laravel project, then move your application code or code that you've written to your new Laravel project. This way might be ideal for a small project. For a large project, it would be better to follow the first way, or you can use the third-party service called laravel.shift.com. So if you go to this website, here as Taylor said that if you're running an old version of Laravel, this is the fastest way to upgrade. But to use the service, you need to pay $9 per month for a subscription, or pay as you go from $5 to $29. So those are three different ways in upgrading your Laravel app. If you want the fastest way and don't mind to spend some money, then you can try Laravel Shift or maybe other service. But in this lesson, I'm gonna show you how to upgrade Laravel app for free by using the second approach. Alright, let's open up our terminal. Then create new Laravel project by saying Laravel new. Here I'm gonna call it basic app new. But of course you can choose other name you like. I'll be back once it's finished. Alright, new Laravel app has been created. Let's sit into it. And let's verify the version by saying php artisan -- version. Here my Laravel version that I'm using is 8.14.0. You might get different version number with me if you take this course in the future, but I think it doesn't matter. Now let's open both projects, our old project and the new one, in VS Code. Here, I've already opened my old project first. I can now add my new project by choosing File, Add Folder to Workspace. Okay, let's firstly open .env file in our old project. Here I'll copy these various credentials, close this, go to New Project, open .env file, select this and paste. Back to our old project. And I think the next step is to copy our application routes definition, because that's kind of entry point for our application. So let's open api.php. Let's grab these lines. Open api.php in our new project. Then paste them in. Note that there's a bit change in referencing controller in route declaration, but we'll see that later on. Next, let's grab this controller. Let's go to all project, go to app, http, controllers, copy these controllers, go to new project, app, http, controller, then paste them in. Now if we open the product controller, here it needs product model. Also in category controller, it needs category model. So the next step is to copy both models. But since in Laravel version 8, models now stored in app models folder, Also, there's a big change in model class itself. So here in our new project, we'll create those models using artisan command. PHP artisan make model category, then product. Now we can go to our old project, open category model. Here we just need to copy this method relationship. Open category in our new project. So here, model in Laravel 8 using a trait called hasFactory trait, which allows us to access factory method directly in our model. For now, let's just paste the previous code. Alright, let's do similar thing to product model. Let's copy everything inside model class body. Open product in our new project. Then paste after the hasFactory trait. Since our model now stored in app models namespace, so we need to adjust that in our controllers. App models category, and then app models product. Next, we need to copy our resource classes. I'm sure there's no change on this class in the newer version, so let's just copy those. Create a new directory, resources, then paste here. Alright, the next step is to go to database folder, and we'll skip factories and go to migrations folder instead, because in Laravel 8 there's a slightly different way in writing factories. So in migrations folder, I think we haven't made any changes in these 3 migrations, so we just use the default setting without adding, removing, or deleting any columns. So we'll skip those. All we need to do is to copy the last migrations file, create categories table, and create products table. Now let's go to factories folder in our new project, then open user factory file. As you can see, now a factory written in class syntax. And we would define values for our columns inside this definition method. Also, we call faker as class variable this faker. So here, we're going to manually create new factories for category and product. PHP artisan make factory, category factory, -m category, and then make another factory, product factory, specify the model product. Okay, now we can go to our old project, open category factory, then copy this array key and value. Back to our new project, open category factory. Here, in definition method, we just paste the code. Then change faker to this faker. Okay, let's do a similar thing to product factory. Go to our old project, copy these lines, open product factory in our new project, go to definition method, paste here, change the faker to this faker. Don't forget to import this category model. Alright, let's go back to our old project. Factory is done. Migration's done. Now let's see our database header. Here let's grab these lines. Back to our new project. Open seeders, database header, then paste here. Don't forget to import the model namespaces. Now, if we remember that factories are written in class syntax, and in our model, we now have use factory trait added. So instead of using factory helper function, we can now call the factory from our model. So let's cut this. So model, factory, and we can specify how many data that will be created by using count method. Then specify the number, and the rest is the same. Alright, if we save all these changes, go to our terminal and run php artisan migrate /fresh -- seed. Hopefully we don't get any error. Oops, we get error. Okay, invalid route action category controller. So category controller is not invocable. So this issue is related to what I said before. So if we go to routes API PHP, so in Laravel 8 there's a slightly different way in referencing controller in our routes. It's no longer in string. Instead, we have to reference it like this. And we need to import the control namespaces. Then run migrate again. Okay, now there's no error. Let's verify our application in Postman. Here I'll change this URL to basic app -new API products and hit send button. Okay, it's worked as expected. Now if you still prefer to define your route like version 7 or below, you can still using it. All you need to do is open route service provider in new project. So if you take a look at here, it specify the route namespace using namespace method and pass the namespace property in. If you see the namespace, it's now inactive. All you have to do is just uncomment this line and save the change. And now we can define our routes like we did in version 7 or below. So if we try here, like so, save, go back to Postman, and hit the endpoint one more time. It's still working as it was. So it's up to you to write your route using new syntax or old syntax, but here I'll stick with the new way. You can verify other functionalities such as store product, update product, delete product, and so on. To save time, I'll do that behind the scene. I'll also remove my old project and rename my new one to basic app. Okay, so now we've successfully upgraded our Laravel project to the new version, which is version 8, and with that, our app is up to date.